very warm welcome to you and welcome to the hot and spicy. Now if you watched my cooking a lamb curry video, you will have seen me create this earlier in the week, and I froze it and brought it out yesterday to thaw, reheated it. We've got some garlic and herb bread, flatbread, and I'm trying a new rice made by Tilda. It's a limited edition apparently. And it's an Indonesian fried rice. And that's what that looks like. This portion's a bit big on this rice, so I don't know if I'll finish all that, but it certainly won't go to waste. So I've got some Popadoms here because I'll keep it in the fridge and probably have it tomorrow evening-ish, something with a couple of Popadoms or something like that. Depends how much there is left. And ice cold out the fridge, Madri. 4.6%. Have we? Yes, we have. And this bit here is for Jess, if you're watching. He loves this bit. And it worked. Further ado, here we go. So, hope you're having a nice weekend. Had a nice week. Apologies for the amount of videos putting up, but been busy filming the old different things. So here we go, lamb curry, which should be quite hot. Here we go. Ooh, yes, straight away the flavour. So much better, oh my word, when you leave it the next day or you freeze it. Wow, that is hot and flavoursome. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Bernie Tongue. Thank you very much. Cheers and good health. Oh, ice cold. Oh. We're ready for the weekend now. What can I say? Spicy hot, icy cold. What a combination. Adding them, this is the lamb. Melts in the mouth. Peppers are a nice addition. That is hot. Let's try this. That's nice. They've managed to give it that fried. That's clever. Because you can't beat fried rice done, you know, properly at the time. Nice. There's a bit of a slight smokiness to it. Beautiful. So you up to anything this weekend? Saturday? Into the new year. Wow, time's going. Wow, that's all I can say. I meant to say, damn, chilies are lovely. You know, don't make that curry if you're not keen on heat. I should have said the chilies and anything with heat as an ingredient, just reduce it, you know. Because if you don't like it hot, it'd ruin it for you. But it's just sharing the way I make it, and it works for me. I did see one or two saying in the comments they're going to try it. So if you do try it, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. Wow. Oh, Madri, lovely. And for later we got Staro Pramen. Probably just murdered that. Yeah. That's what the heat should be. The addition of adding the mango chutney just gives it a slight sweetness. You know, oh, it's lovely. There's one of the chilies flat now. Have you decided what you're having this weekend? No, this evening? Oh, can't beat it. Oh, lovely. I think only that I film these, a lot of times I think I'd have a curry every week. Honestly. But I do like to change it up. For my taste, this flatbread, all butter flatbread, is better than a naan unless it's from an Indian. Oh, this is what Saturday nights were made for. I had a nice message. Was it God, the weeks go so quick, don't they? This last week or the week before, of a chap, Steve, if you're watching, Steve, he contacted me. Was it Twitter or Instagram, one of them. Yeah, and he's nice message stating he found my shaving channel, my visits to a chap called Steve Farragut in Liverpool, and he loved it. And he said that Steve reminded him of what he said. Now, was he your dad or your grandfather or something? Now Steve's a Liverpool born and bred lad. Moved away to work and met a girl, got married, had kids, as you do when he's living away. But Liverpool is in his blood, in his heart, obviously his home. And he's a big sort of Liverpool Football Club support, and yeah, so he watched the Steve Farragut videos in Liverpool. And he said he watches a lot of spicy, hot and spices, but he doesn't like the heat level I like. He likes just a bit of a kick, and I think he said, is it jalfrezi or jalfrezi, his limit. Nice curry there. And you watched on this channel my playing the organ. A few years back I played in a place called Capel Mawr in Denbigh. I played the piano and the organ for a charity called Mind, in aid of a charity. They were holding a tea, so people paid to come in, paid for their tea and cakes, and it was my job to entertain them on the piano and the organ. If you've followed me for a few years, you may remember that video. And I went up to rehearse on the Friday or the Saturday, I can't remember what day it was, or in the week. And I filmed the rehearsal, what was that? playing the piano. Oh, it's the tablet's low on battery. Playing the piano and the organ. I filmed it, and he was saying he really liked it. The sound, he said there's something about the sound of an organ that what is it, calms you down or something, Steve. I can't remember what you said now. Anyway, and he was saying it'd be nice in one of my videos if I could play the You'll Never Walk Alone. So I've had an idea. 10, 11 years ago, I recorded You'll Never Walk Alone on the organ, and the start of it, there's buttons and stops and things, and I made it sounded like a sort of theatre organ. So it starts off like that, and then it goes into turn all the vibratos off and everything like that, and it goes into a pipe organ sound, then the church organ, and then at the end goes back into the sort of theatre sound organ of You'll Never Walk Alone. Now the quality of that recording isn't very good because I didn't have the equipment which I've got now to record then. It was just a recorder, you know. I should actually re-record them actually, but anyway. So Steve, if you're watching, and anybody else who likes the tune, at the end of this I'll play it. It's about 2 minutes long. If you don't want to listen to it, if you're not interested, when I finish Hot and Spicy, just turn the video off. But if you like Steve or whatever, you want to listen to it, I'll play it at the end. But I'm not an organist or a pianist. I can't read music. It's just my interpretation, playing by ear. Hurts too. No, you know what I mean. So I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. Nice message there. But he went on to say that he said you didn't realise this, but watching, he watched my visits to Liverpool. Helped him through a bad time or something, through his work life, not his home life, his work life, and with being away from home, it was nice to see, you know, Liverpool and Steve and that sort of thing. So it was nice to hear that. The trouble is, it makes you a bit homesick, I suppose, doesn't it? This is gorgeous. Dinner tomorrow might be this. I'm doing like a southern fried chicken pieces. Well, I'm not doing them, I've bought them. Southern fried chicken, similar to what I have with the Hot and Spicy, but I'm having them with some chips, just chips, chicken and chips. Remember in the 80s, a chicken in a basket and scampi and all that sort of stuff? Well, I'm doing like a chicken, it wasn't southern fried chicken then, but southern fried chicken. I think there's a thigh and a couple of wings or something, and I'm having chicken and chips like that, southern fried chicken and chips. I think in the States we call them chips. You call them fries, but they're the thick cut fries, whatever you call them, not the French fries. I don't know what it's like in KFC over here. Have started their fries now. They've made them thicker, I think, with the skin on. They're nice, but I much prefer the thin, crispy ones like McDonald's do. That was my taste. I really enjoyed them. I was a bit sad when they stopped that, but I think they're trying to make them more British. But nice. But I wish they'd do more of the spicy range. Like in America, they seem to have more spicy KFC and extra crispy and all that type of stuff. They do bring a few things out here to match the American type of taste, should we say, but not enough for me. Look at these chilies coming out. So chopping them chilies gives me heat throughout the curry because you're always biting into them. But them long ones I just stripped into two long lengthways. Like I said when I was making it, every now and again you pick one up and eat the whole thing, and it's lovely, the seeds in it as well. This is a nice rice. Getting full now. Whew. Yeah, I'm getting that mango chutney then. That flavour, slight sweetness to it. Oh, it's beautiful. And the thing is, I made a lamb curry because lamb is my favourite. But you can do the exact same curry using chicken, beef, whatever. Oh, this is what it's about. You got any plans for tomorrow? If you're watching this Saturday, or if you're watching this Sunday, have you got any plans today? Or did you have any plans today? You know what I mean? Yeah, hope you're having a nice weekend. Yeah, let me know what you're having to eat. And wow. Whole mouth. Just like a throbbing. Oh, it's gorgeous. Inside the lips, the tongue, the gums, the lot. My old mate, Bernie Town, is paying a visit. I'm taking Mrs. H to the Caribbean. And then you say to me, what, you make her? I said, no, she wants to go. Yeah, I know. Don't give your day job. They get worse. Yes. It wasn't my joke. Oh, that was a severe. Oh, that was nice. Oh, let it burn. Savour it. Oh, here we go. It's hot. Really hot. But it's not silly for me. So many flavours and heat. Sometimes it's difficult to get that. You can overdo the heat and the flavour goes a bit. That is nice. That is what Saturdays are made for. Right. Well, I didn't think I'd finish that, but last piece of, oh, there's a chilli. Last piece of lamb. Absolutely perfect. That is nice. So, verdict. Well, there's a result. That was superb. This is nice. Put a bit too much of that in. Different. It does have the fried rice taste with a bit of a deep sort of I'd say it's like a mild smokiness to it, and really nice. These are lovely. I can eat them cold, and ice cold Madri, can't beat it. So I'll leave you to it. Sorry to waffle during this. Don't talk with your mouth full. You'll have a job in this hot and spicy videos. So as I say, if you follow me on Paul H, I'll see you in the morning. If not, and as I say, I'm going to play this You'll Never Walk Alone, which I recorded about 10, 11 years ago. Quality's not that good on it, but you'll hopefully hear the tune if you want to. If you don't want to hear it, just turn off when I say goodbye now, and thanks for watching. But if you do, that will be up next. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Look after yourselves, and I'll finish the video, lead you out with You'll Never Walk Alone. Take care.